Ah, don't you love vintage, retro, classic things? Well, you've pretty much heard it by now, and it's been beaten into your head by Nikon. It's the Nikon Df. It's finally here. Whew. Just a quick disclaimer, because I know this isn't 1000% announced by Nikon, but it pretty much is, and I say that because the camera with pricing and the full specs, and they've all matched up in a few reputable places, and one place, I won't say their name, but it rhymes with Schmamishman. Just fill in a couple letters there. So it's pretty much out there, the Nikon, the DF, the digital fusion camera. It's coming, it's full frame, and you should be able to get it. Once again, some people saw the release date, some people saw the pricing, and a lot of people didn't. So I'm here to give it to you, and that's pretty much going to come at the end of November. So it's here, it is going to come, it's finally over. These Nikon advertisements that didn't do a great job of really hyping this camera, this new system. Is it really new? I'll let you know. But it's coming, the hype should be over. Let's get into it. As I was saying, Nikon advertised the heck out of this thing with these little teaser trailers, like a minute and a half long, of this Purist, the pure energy type of thing, or this is the Purist camera. I got what they were doing, but they didn't do a good job. They didn't put energy into it. It's just something really slow, something really that just drug on. But that's my opinion on that advertisement. If you guys have some, let me know down in the comments below. But this camera, and I've been hearing about it obviously for months and months and months now. The main point they're selling is the body, and here, let me just jump right into it. It's 16.2 megapixels, so once again, it's great. You don't need a ton. You don't need like the 36 megapixels, the 38, whatever, in the D800. Perfect, amazing. It's not the 48 to 50 megapixel that they were saying with like maybe a D4S or X or whatever that would be coming out. And their whole, as I said, their whole main thing is the selling of their body. It's made of magnesium alloy. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very strong. And they stress it's the thinnest and lightest in their FX body line. Now, I've held the D600, and the D610 will just be like the D600. And that, I have big hands. I'm a bigger guy, obviously. It just doesn't fit well. And I had the D700 because it really, really fits well in my hands, and it's just great. Sorry if I knocked the mic, but it's got beef to it. It's very, very nice, even with the battery grip and everything in it. This feels great. The D600 didn't feel well in my hands. It felt light. It felt kind of cheap. But the magnesium alloy, it's going to give some weight to it, obviously. But the problem is, if it's a little smaller than what I hope, it's just not going to feel right in my hands. So that's just, my opinion on that. So it's a blend of the modern and classic look jammed together into one, and they're stressing that it is inspired by the F3 series, the F3 body that they had back in the film days. But to me, it kind of looks like the Rebel XT film camera. I'll throw that picture up here as well. So it's just kind of funny. Is it a Canon body and Nikon guts? I'm just kidding. So that's really what that is. They're really stressing the new body, the new design. But is there something that really makes this stand out? Is there a new feature? Sadly enough, there's really no huge features here. A lot of people were hoping for a Wi-Fi or something, great to come in the next announced Nikon camera, and you didn't fully get it. So as I said, it's a 16.2 megapixel camera sensor. It has 39 autofocus points, great, 5.5 frames per second. Well, that's fine, whatever. It has a 3.2-inch LCD screen in the back, and you could do Wi-Fi with an adapter, the WU1A. So once again, you cannot do Wi-Fi. There's no touchscreen or anything like that in this. One of the awesome things, this one's pretty cool. There's no mention of a grip or anything, but the cable release, the AR3, it's going back in the old days when you used to actually have the cable release. So that's kind of cool. It plugs into the top. Here's some photos. But one of the other things that is really, really huge to me is the mount system. Because the problem is a lot of the consumer end products or anything, you can't meter or mount older lenses. You can mount them, but they probably won't meter, and they won't work, and they won't autofocus, etc. But this being full frame, it'll have the built-in focusing motor, and you can mount basically any and meter all lenses that they make. The AFS, the AFD, the AF Nicors, the AI, and the non-AI lenses, which is amazing. You can get those really, really cheap on eBay, secondhand, or anything in general, so that's a great thing. Who do I find this for? As I said, I come from a D700. Would I use this for weddings or something like that? To me, I need something that's very, very reliable and sturdy. And obviously, I won't know that 1000% until I would, get hands on. I'll do my best to do that. But the thing is, I think it would be a great traveling camera, a great maybe second camera that, you know, you throw around or something like that, because it's not going to be heavy, it's going to be light, it's going to be small. You could probably put it in your pocket easier, you know, minus the lenses. So with that being said, what is the price? Well, as I said, on a few reputable sources, and especially on one, Shimano, you know, I won't say their names, they actually released it with the pricing. They goofed, which wasn't a goof in my opinion. It was just basically them, you know, announcing it, getting the hype, getting the buzz for the 1,000, you know, fully announced thing. But as I said, this is basically it. The price, there's a silver and black body. The price will be basically $2,750, give or take, for the body only. And with the special edition 50 1.8 AFS lens, the full frame lens, it's going to be $3,000. So with the kit, you get a 50 1.8 special edition. It's got an awesome silver ring on it. 50 1.8 lens, or you could go body only and use whatever lenses you already have. So as I said, basically any lens that Nikon made, it will work and it will meter with this camera. Overall, these are the specs as it is right now. I'm pretty damn sure that these are what these are going to be. I really want to know what your guys' thoughts are. My main issue with this camera is they didn't do much with the guts. Yes, it looks awesome. If you want to go back into the days where, you know, you get that really cool vintage classic build, you know, you're going to get it with this camera, but does that justify the $2,800, $3,000 price tag? You know, is that what you're buying? It's just the housing? The thing with me is they used the same XP3 processor with the D4. They didn't really beef that up. They didn't do something different. And there's nothing fully unique with the guts of the camera. So I don't know if I could justify spending the money on that. As I said, it might be a great traveling camera because you're going to get the full frame and everything like that. But it's even stripped of video. It's a pure camera. And I understand what they were doing with their whole advertisements. It is a purist camera. It's basically... it is what it is. You're going back to the day. No special gadgets or anything like that. No special, you know, little features. It is what it is. But is that all it is? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. I gave you my thoughts. I gave you what this DF camera will be by Nikon. So there's my thoughts. There's my preview. And I'm going to, even if I got to spend a little bit of money to get hands-on with it when it fully comes out by the end of the month, I will, to get hands-on and let you know firsthand. I really want to know your thoughts down below. So take the time, write them down below. Give us a quick like. Thanks. Keep an eye out, you know, the Nikon DF camera. It looks really, really cool. But does it do what you need it to do?